South Africa find themselves on a red-hot winning streak and are the form team on the global circuit. 18 points clear on top of the standings, the men in green and gold remain the team to beat, and with that comes an elevated amount of pressure and expectation.
There's a lot of people putting pressure on us because of this winning streak we got going on, but we've got our own processes that we follow, and normally when we follow those processes the results come from itself. So yeah, we're looking forward to the first game against Canada, if I'm not mistaken, in Singapore, and then we'll take it from there.
The reigning World 7 Series champions are not getting ahead of themselves going into the Singapore and Vancouver legs of the circuit. That's despite being on a 34-match unbeaten run, and head coach Neil Powell says his confident Chargers need to refocus and make sure they produce the consistent performances that saw them win 4 consecutive cup tournaments.
As long as we don't lose against ourselves, as long as we don't become complacent, or as long as our effort's not good enough, or we don't implement our roles and responsibilities good enough, and we're basically losing against ourselves. If we get beaten by a team on the day that's better than us, then we'll accept it. We won't be happy, we'll accept it, but as long as we don't lose against ourselves.
The return of the old foe, New Zealand, will get tongues wagging, but it is something that the 26 tournament veteran is relishing in order to set the record straight.
I'm kind of sick and tired of the question of where we're only doing good because Fiji and New Zealand aren't there, but we can only play against who's there at the tournament. So I'm looking forward to having New Zealand back. Fiji has always been there. They're also just rebuilding, but New Zealand will be our toughest competition, I think.
The physical threat posed by the teams in their pool will not intimidate the reigning Singapore Cup champions. Instead, it will motivate them even more. But coach Neil Powell is warning against a slow start from his Chargers, who will need to hit the reset button 2 months on from their last success in Sevilla and remind the world that they are still the team to beat when the circuit kicks off again on the 9th of April. CS2+C, CGTN, Stellenbosch, South Africa.